The story of Prophet Idris Alaihissalam. Prophet Idris Alaihissalam was one of the noble prophets and was among the early prophets after Prophet Adam and Prophet Idris. His name is mentioned in the Quran twice, and he is known as a figure who was intelligent, wise and diligent in worship. Prophet Idris is the sixth descendant of Prophet Adam as. His name in the genealogy is Idris bin Yared bin Malayil bin Kenan bin Anasi bin Syats bin Adam. In several narrations, he is called by the real name, Konuk, Enoch, and received the nickname Idris because of his passion for studying, dirasa, knowledge. The characteristics and specialties of Prophet Idris as the first person who was good at writing with a pen, mastering various sciences, including astronomy and mathematics. The first people to sew clothes and wear sewn clothes. Previously humans only wore animal skins. Be diligent in worship and very patient. Gifted with prophecy and wisdom by Allah. Allah SWT says in Surah Maryam verses 56 to 57, "And tell, O Muhammad, about Idris in the Bible. Indeed, he was a man who loved the truth and was a prophet. And we have raised him to a high dignity." Prophet Idris was appointed a prophet after Prophet Idris. He lived among a people who were starting to commit a lot of disobedience. So Idris called on them to return to the path of Allah, worship him, and stay away from evil. He preached patiently and full of wisdom, and was known as a person who diligently prayed and studied diligently. He is also known as the first person to study and teach various sciences, so that many of his followers became knowledgeable people. One of the famous stories of Prophet Idris is when he was lifted into the sky. In one narration, it is mentioned that the Prophet Idris, peace be upon him, asked the angel Azrael, may Allah be pleased with him, to allow him to see paradise and hell. Allah granted his request, and during his journey to the fourth heaven, Allah commanded Idris, peace be upon him, to remain in heaven and not return to earth. Therefore, many scholars interpret the meaning of being raised to a high place as being both bodily and spiritually lifted to heaven, as also happened to the Prophet Jesus, peace be upon him. Thank you for listening to this story. Assalamu alaikum.